The Lord be with you. And with your spirit. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke. Jesus said to his disciples, I have come to set the earth on fire, and how I wish it were already blazing. There is a baptism with which I must be baptized, and how great is my anguish until it is accomplished. Do you think that I have come to establish peace on the earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. From now on, a household of 5 will be divided, 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. A father will be divided against his son, and a son against his father. A mother against her daughter, and a daughter against her mother. A mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. The Gospel of the Lord. So, if there's one gospel that the Church of Nice hates, it's this one. Because they think, in their mentality, there are many Catholics who think Jesus just wants us to get along. Can't we just get along with one another? Sure, we can get along once you have surrendered yourself to God. That's the point. That's why we say our unity prayer. When we surrender, each one of us surrender. That prayer is not about us being in union with one another, just like some of those phrases, gazing lovingly into each other's eyes. That's nonsense. First, we do it with God, and then we're all joined together in God. But God, He means to set ablaze. And you say, oh, no. God would never do that. God doesn't want to do that. He just wants us all to kind of get along and be at peace. I would ask you to go to the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 7. A war broke out in heaven. In his own household, a war broke out. You think he doesn't know what's going on? You think he doesn't understand? Of course. We look foolish if we think, oh, God just wants us to get along. You know what that means? That just means the other side won. You surrendered. You are a child of God. He made you a warrior. He gave you all the gifts you needed to conquer evil, first in yourself, most importantly in yourself, and you surrendered. You just said, oh, no, I'm not going to fight. God doesn't want us to fight, and so you just surrendered, and you walked away. The devil thinks that's great, that's wonderful. The more children of God he can clear off the battlefield, the better. But Michael would have nothing of it. Michael saw what the devil was doing. The devil was trying to make a hell of heaven. He goes to the Heavenly Father and he says, you want me to do it? Yes, absolutely. And what do we say? Thy kingdom come. Right? Thy kingdom come. A war broke out in his heaven and he cast out devil. And we're saying, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Now what do you think he wants on earth? And then Jesus says to us, I have come to set a fire on the earth. And how I wish it were already blazing. There is a baptism with which I must be baptized. There is a price to be paid, and he will pay it with his flesh, with every ounce of his blood, because he wins the battle by love, by surrendering to God, by surrendering everything to God. And that's what St. Paul is talking about. He looks at the these pagans he's talking to, and he says, you surrendered yourself to the flesh, to the world, to the devil, and you've become slaves. You want to be free? Don't think that you can do what you want. That's just another slavery. Oh, I haven't given myself to God or the devil. I'm neutral. I'm just doing what I want. No, thank you very much, the devil says. Thank you very much, because I'll get you. Because you'll be ruled by your appetites, by your foolishness, by your nonsense. The only way to win the battle is to surrender to God. And then when you surrender to God, you enter into the battle like Jesus entered into the battle. You put your complete trust in God, and the motivation is love. And when the whole world thinks you've lost, then you've won. We enter into that mystery today. We celebrate that mystery so that it may be reproduced in us. We see its representation, its representation in the world, and God invites us each and every day to enter into this so that we might know it in our flesh as well as in our soul. And so we surrender ourselves to God.